Hello, Steve White, Steve White 39. Well, Madonna's in trouble again, of course. Um, when Britney first spoke out about her conservatorship, Madonna didn't really say anything, which was kind of surprising, and people were criticising her for not saying anything because she's worked with her, she knows her, and she's always spoken out on female causes, so why wouldn't she talk about Britney? And I was kind of surprised she didn't say anything. I just assumed it was coming and then just didn't. I was like, okay, I forgot about it. And then the other day I heard that she had actually commented about it. I thought, well, that's good. She said something. I thought she would have said something sooner. And when she didn't, I thought, well, she's probably just not getting into it on the media because it's just very superficial and external and not actually going to do anything to help Britney. Whereas, I don't know, probably didn't think it would help or anything. So she did make this statement. She said, "Give this woman her life back. Slavery was abolished so long ago, deaf to the greedy patriarchy that has been doing this to women for centuries. This is a violation of human rights. Britney, we are coming to get you out of jail." So yes, she said that. Naturally, people jumped on her referring to or comparing Britney's conservatorship to slavery because as horrible as it is for a rich celebrity like Britney not to be able to spend her own money, actually that's a bit the fact that she can't actually have her IUD removed or whatever it is so that she can have a baby and get married and things like that are fairly big things. So, and if we can believe her statement that she's depressed and miserable, it's really a pretty horrible situation. But comparing it to slavery, it's still not quite comparable. She's basically, she's a bird in a gilded cage, basically. So she's stuck in a mansion where she can't sort of do what she wants, but she's stuck in a mansion dancing and, hanging out with her boyfriend all day. It's really not exactly comparable to slavery. If you actually knew anything about slavery, it's just no. So Madonna, of course, knew what she was doing when she said that. She just wants some attention. The other part about deaf to the patriarchy, well, she's been saying deaf to the patriarchy for a while, and I'm not particularly attached to the patriarchy myself. Being a gay male, I'm not really allowed to be part of it. So I don't really mind it dying. I just don't want a matriarchy sort of replacing it. Can we just have, is it oligarchy or what is it when we just have people equally like ruling? I don't want men ruling because it hasn't worked out so well so far, and I don't want women taking over and ruling either. I just like everyone to just, come together and manage the world together. But the other thing, it's a violation of human rights. I think when it comes to her marrying and having children, I think it is. And as far as her coming to get her, I'm like, are you in your car driving over there now, Madonna? What are you going to do? Like Cher was like, what can I do? I'm going to try and call these people. What can I do? This is insane. And I'm like, you are Cher. You should be able to do something. I mean, you saved that elephant. You should be able to save Britney. So I don't know where that went. But my thoughts are simply that I don't believe they could have kept Britney in this conservatorship if she wasn't seriously mentally ill enough to the point that she couldn't actually manage her own self and her own money and her finances and her business and everything. So I do think she probably does need a conservatorship, but clearly not this one run by these people because they have not, she's miserable. She's trying to get out of it. Now, some people with mental illness who have to be managed by other people do resist and resent that and try and escape it and get out of it all the time, and it's not something they can do, and it's not really the fault of the people, it's just the response to being mentally ill. So whether she's just doing that or whether it's just 100% people that the people are actually doing a bad job and not representing her because they're representing their own interests because they make money out of her business and so forth. So it's a bit of a mess. I do think her dad should be removed and some neutral company should come in and do it where there's no personal issues, no personal investment, nothing like that. So I do agree with that. But I'm not surprised Madonna spoke out. I'm surprised it took her this long. I'm not surprised she referred to slavery because, she's not a stupid woman. She knows about slavery. She has black children. She has a black boyfriend. She knows about racism. She knows about things you do and don't say. You don't compare things to slavery. You don't compare things to the Holocaust because nothing compares to either of them except for the Holocaust and slavery. So I'm not really surprised that, people are reacting. I don't blame them. But at the same time, that Madonna knows, so why are you getting upset when you're just playing that little media attention game that she's playing? But that's what people are doing. So I know I just had to comment on it. But I love the picture she put up of her with the Britney Spears top on from the music era. I always like that one. Well, that's all I've got to say. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you think Madonna's actually heading over there to save Britney, or do you think she was just making this comment just because, you know, it was a Madonna thing to do that day?